Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I have my alternatives for the December paper pumpkin. Now this one has confounded people. It's called Day by Day, December 2018. And part of the reason I think it's confounded people is because it is a single project. It is meant to be a calendar. And so let me pull out the instructions for this. Okay, so here we have what the kit includes: day by day photopolymer set, and that is this stamp set. And in this stamp set are a lot of very interesting shapes. Let me turn it this way so we can actually read it. There's two word stamps here. This one says hello, and this one says every day is a fresh start. Then there's a line, there's this, just all different kinds of shapes and patterns in stamps. And I think this would be very interesting to sort of just mess around with and see what you could do to turn these into flowers or turn them into something else. And on the project itself, they've just randomly stamped some of the different shapes in the different colors. This one is kind of cool because we got two Stampin' Spots this time. We got Grapefruit Grove and we got Pool Party. And I don't remember getting these before, so particularly the Pool Party. Grapefruit Grove is kind of new, but two Stampin' Spots. I love getting Stampin' Spots because they work so well with the Stamparatus. Anyway, so that is the stamp set. These are the Stampin' Spots we got, and this is the project that you're to put together. There's some to from labels in there. Let me show you what else is in there. A bunch of these sticky labels here, and I think those are meant to be stamped and then stuck to the front of the calendar. And the calendar pieces, let me show you. This one is January, and they come all hodgepodge. So what you have to do is pull out a calendar and figure out which January, because there's 18 of them in here. And so my alternatives is 18 different cards that we can make with this calendar. And I thought and thought and thought about what you could do with calendar pages, and there's a couple of things that come to mind. The first is, who wouldn't love to get a card with their birthday circled on the month of their birthday with a special birthday message and a card to them indicating their special day? How many people would have a calendar for January 2018 and one for 2019 and one for 2020? Well, this kit gives it to you. So I don't know about you, but I make a calendar. It's just 12 pieces of paper stapled together with all of the January birthdays I know about, all of the February birthdays, all the March birthdays, and so on and so forth. And you could just pick one person per month to make this kind of a special card for. Now, I did also find that this stamp set has two things. There's Let's Celebrate Your Day, but this is Bunch of Blossoms, and I thought that was so appropriate. The one in here that says every day is a fresh start, and for somebody that's had kind of a tough time, it might be kind of a cheery thing to get something that says this day's going to be a fresh start for you, and you can decide every month how you're going to use your particular calendar. The other thing is this one, which says today is the perfect day to be happy. How fun is that? You could stamp that on here with a couple of those different shapes and some flowers, or cut out a butterfly, or do anything like that, and go ahead and put those kinds of things in place. And so I just thought that this might make a very interesting way to mark certain special days. The other thing might be an anniversary. If somebody's having a special anniversary that you want to commemorate, why not circle the day and give them a page with that day commemorated on it and a message from you saying, have a happy birthday, happy anniversary to you. on the verse, on the, you know, when somebody has a baby, to mark that day, happy new baby, and they can have it as a keepsake. I think there's a lot of things you can do with this date set. So that's my idea for alternatives. And I have started to put a couple of them together. And this is going to be a fairly fast video because I'm going to do a couple and leave the rest to your imagination. So I have taken and assembled mine. Finally, it took me quite a while because they're in very strange order. But now mine are all, if you just look at your calendar, even on your phone, you can see which January is the right one to start on a Tuesday, and then on through all of the days. And there's 18 months worth of calendar pages in here. So that's why I say we can get 18 cards out of this. Now, this piece of paper here with a calendar on it measures just at 5 inches. So what it's going to do is work on a card front, and what I had in mind was to work on a card front that matched the color of the calendar. And by the way, all of the calendar tops have either, they've got this pool party color, they've got kind of a gray granite color, they've got the Grapefruit Grove certainly, and then yellow. And it mostly matched the yellow here to the saffron, So Saffron. So I selected the So Saffron card here, and I think this is going to be fun to mess with all year long. And this fits easily right on this card front. But then it looked to me like it needed a little something more. So I selected the contrasting color of Pool Party to put on the front of this and then mount my card on here. And I'll show you, I started stamping just to mess around. And on this one I stamped "Let's Celebrate Your Day" from that stamp set I just showed you, which is gone. Oh wait, there it is. Which is the bunch of blossoms. Let's celebrate your day, and then circle the day. And these that came with the kit, let me show you what else came with the kit. All of these little stickers. And these stickers are big enough to go all the way across. You can see, in fact, I'm going to take this one off and I'm going to put this one on my card. Right across here. And I thought what I might do is use this sticker to cover up the holes here so nobody would know it was meant to be a calendar. And lay it down gently until you're sure you've got it on there straight. And oops, well, almost straight. Let's see if I can lift that. Oh, that's going to be tough. But if you can get yours down there straight, be really careful with it so that you get it down straight. Now I've kind of messed that one up, so I may just trim that across the top to make that a little bit easier to deal with here. And maybe I can coax this end down just a hair. Anyway, so there we go. And then that mounted on here. Now you also got in the kit, and maybe that's the way I can fix that. We got this pretty Pool Party ribbon with a little bit of a white edge. It's very soft, very pretty ribbon. And you know, I think that is exactly how I'm going to solve my problem. I'm going to put this piece of ribbon across the top here and attach it to my Pool Party card front here and fix this. So I'm going to, let's see, where's my snail? Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down to my card front and see if we can't make this work. Oops, out of snail. I'm always out of snail. But if I put this on here and center it, well, maybe in this case I won't center it. I'll put it as far down as I can on this card front here and still get a little bit of a margin from side to side. Then I can put my ribbon right across here And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So here I've got a new tape runner. And let's see, I am going to add a little bit of snail right up here at the top of this, and take this ribbon, and also comes a little bit of white baker's twine. And I bet you've got a little white baker's twine in your stash as well, that you could add some to it and continue to just use your imagination through the year about how to make this work. Don't think I need a piece much bigger than that. And so I'm going to add a little bit of glue because I don't want this to come up so anybody can see my reason for putting the ribbon up here. So I'm going to make sure my sentiment still shows through, and I'm going to put this little piece of ribbon across here and stick it under here. And on this one, it might be kind of fun to, this would make it a bit more feminine. These can be either masculine or feminine, and I decided to make this one more feminine and the second one a little bit more masculine to give you a couple of ideas. But if we make a little bow here out of this pretty ribbon, and trim those edges, then we can put this one right down here with a couple of glue dots. And I'm going to put some glue dots on the back of my bow. Decide which side you'd like to be forward facing, and pick up one. I'm going to pick up one for each of the loops and one for the knot. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to set this bow right down here. Now, I'm not going to circle my date yet because, and you can use one of your markers. You can do it in black, or you could do it in Grapefruit Grove or in yellow, or whatever you wanted to do. And so this is now all ready to go, and I'm just going to go ahead and layer that on my card front. And I just think the more you think about it, the more you can do with trying to remember special dates throughout the year, dates that mean something to someone that is special in your life. And so I think these would make lovely little cards, and I may just make them up for all the time and go ahead and just put them in my stash so that when I'm ready I can just grab one and go. Now, what I did was I had stamped my Let's Celebrate Your Day here, and the other thing I had done was put a couple of these shapes on here in the pool party and the Grapefruit Grove. And I think for the inside of that card, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some of these little images in Grapefruit Grove and put some of those images around here. And I'm going to clean that off, and I'm going to do it in both colors. Maybe one up here. I'm trying to get something because I don't have my Pierce mat here. Okay, and then on the other side, I'm going to put a couple of these blue dots in place, and then clean that off, and I'm going to add some Grapefruit Grove dots here on the inside as well, maybe over on this side. Okay, there we go. There's the first card, and so I think that that makes a lovely remembrance card for somebody. Now, the other thing you could do is if you were going to send along a little gift, you could use one of the acetate boxes that we have, and you could put this piece on the front of the acetate box, circle their birthday, and then maybe put a set of note cards in there. And wouldn't that be a nice gift to give someone? So I think, and then you could use the 2 from tags that came in this kit. We've got some 2 from tags, and it would be fun to tie a little piece of this baker's twine through here and maybe put it on here and put it on your acetate box. So I think there's quite a few things that we can do with this. And there's quite a few of these stickers. And then when you run out of stickers, or if you did like I did, and misstamped the first couple as I was trying to figure this out, then you can just use a piece of white cardstock and go in and add your decorations and just glue it down. But I think that makes a lovely little remembrance card. So there we go with the first one. The second one that I had in mind was for February. And I thought we could do something with that that was a little bit more masculine oriented. And so I have February here, and what I did to get this going is that I used a little bit of crumb cake. And then maybe a piece of Pool Party again on the back of this one. And I didn't score this, but I think I can just go ahead and use my bone folder here and get a nice edge on that. Okay, there we go. So there we have our card base, a little bit of crumb cake here. So I'm going to, I think, first do my stamping. And I think on this one, I'm going to do, let's see, you can also use just a happy birthday, which I think would be great fun. And I've got a cute little happy birthday sitting right here on my desk. And right now I don't remember what it's from, but I'll have it up on the screen for you before I'm done. So this one was being used for another project, but it's sitting right there. So I'm going to take the Pool Party on this one. And then I'm going to just clean the edges because this one has a nasty habit of picking ink up on the edges. I may have to trim that one around a bit. But there we go. Huff on it and get my happy birthday centered in the middle of my sticker here. There we go. Happy birthday. And then let's pick something else to mark on this one. How about this? And I'm going to use my block here to pick up these little marks, and I think we'll do those in crumb cake and see what kind of a pattern we get. And on this one, what I might do is just get to some I think that'll work. I'm going to just stamp off once, and I'm going to kind of go all the way across this with this stamp. And then I'm going to peel off this sticker, and I'm going to place it. See if I can do a better job on this one than I did on the other one. You know, I think what I'm going to do to make absolutely sure I get that on there the way I want, as you know, I'm legendarily bad at straight. So I think what I'll do is take a ruler and use my grid paper here to help me put a very faint pencil line right across where I want that sticker to go. Just like that. And take a pencil and draw a very faint line across there. And that way I've got a fighting chance of getting this on straight. And my plan is to, let's see, I think like that, just cover up that pencil mark with my sticker. Then I can use my eraser to get rid of any other pencil mark that's on there. And then we're going to put this piece with a little bit of snail on this crumb cake piece here. And then I thought it would be fun. I've got the white twine, but quite honestly, I think that the linen thread would look the best on this. So I'm going to take a little piece of linen thread here, and I'm going to put some snail kind of across the back here and anchor that linen thread and go around my card several times right underneath this message, kind of back and forth and across here, and then anchor that on the back side. Okay, so there we go. There is our piece, and I'm going to put that on this base here of the pool party. And there we've got a second one that's a happy birthday. And I think that those are lovely. And on the inside of this one, you could put a sentiment that further talks about the happy birthday, or you could, here's now, let's celebrate your day would be perfectly appropriate now on the inside of this card, maybe in crumb cake. So let's open this up and put let's celebrate your day right over here on that side, and maybe put a few of those little embellishments, maybe also in crumb cake. Some little celebratory items here on the card. And so that's what I think I'm going to do with this kit throughout the year. And I think it's going to be something to look forward to. And because you're sending them to lots of different people, you could make them all up for the feminine ones the same way. It would be real simple to do, or like I said, other kinds of dates that would be fun to remember. So anniversaries and all kinds of other special commemorative dates. In any case, that is my take on the December 2018 Paper Pumpkin. And thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. Hope you had a lovely holiday, and I will be back soon. I'm starting to work on the occasions catalog, and I'll have, because it's a quiet week for me, I'll have several videos up with some of the new materials. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Thanks again for stopping by. Let's see, there's a few months left in December, a few days left in December, and if you make an order on my website, you could be in the drawing for a $50 shopping spree on me out of the new occasions catalog. And so you can subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. Oh, that reminds me, I have an extra Paper Pumpkin kit this time. So on this one, it will be a prize. So this will be a prize draw. So you will get a Paper Pumpkin kit, and so that you can make some special cards yourself this time. And so if you would indicate below that you shared this video someplace, then I will, by Sunday, I will pick a winner and contact you and get this Paper Pumpkin in the mail to you. Thanks again for stopping by, and you can subscribe on Paper Pumpkin on my website, or you can go to my new blog, which is www.inkandingenuity.com. And the other thing is, I would love to be your demonstrator if you don't have a demonstrator, and or you could join my team. And the join offer in January is $175 worth of product for $99, so a really, really good deal. In any case, I'll be back soon with more projects and more cards. Bye.